Hello children, welcome back to the next session, the continuation of the lesson components of business studies. In the previous class, we have learned about the meaning of word business and economic activities and its types. We have learned about exchange. Also, you have learned evolution and growth of commerce and the important stages of economic evolution. In that 4 stages we have learned briefly, and today we are going to learn the 5th stage, barter system, and its important problems. Already we have learned that barter system is the direct exchange of goods for goods or other things. The division of labor enabled quick production of exchange, and there are some important problems. The first one is lack of double coincidence of wants. Second one is lack of common measure of value. Third one is difficulty of subdivision, and the fourth one is difficulty store the goods or to transport. Now let's learn one by one the important problems. The first one is lack of double coincidence of wants. If two parties exchange goods with each other, we call it coincidence of wants. But such a double coincidence was rarely found. For example, the person one who is wearing blue dress has fruits and wants of wheat. And the next person B, who is wearing the red colored dress, has cock, he wants fruits. Wants of wheat, and A is not prepared to take cock because he wants wheat. This is lack of double coincidence of wants. And again one more example is given in your textbook. Please read by yourself. The next problem is lack of common measure of value. It was very difficult to decide the quantity of one commodity to another. For example, for one cow, for how many sheep or how many measures of wheat was difficult to divide. That is lack of common measure of value. And the third problem is difficulty of subdivision. It was very difficult to divide same animals or things. Example, to divide the buffalo. And the fourth problem is difficulty to store the goods or to transport. Here, the movement of goods from one place to another place was also a problem, and it was also difficulty to preserve some goods over long period. So to overcome the difficulties of barter system of exchange, many mediums of exchange were used. Later, metals were used as medium of exchange. Later, copper, silver and gold coins came into existence. Then paper money come to be in use and solved. The 6th stage is money economy stage. In this, to overcome the difficulties of barter system of exchange, many mediums of exchange were used. For example, the skins of the animals, cowrie shells, etc. Later, the metals were used as medium of exchange. The metals were brought to a particular shape and weight and used as exchange medium. Later, copper, silver and gold coins came into existence. Here also some of the difficulties were experienced, mainly transportation. Later, paper money came to be used. Paper money is a token of which generally comprises bank notes issued by the central bank of the country, and it has full support of the government. And nowadays, bank money in the form of checks, drafts, bills, credit cards, debit cards, etc. play very important. And the next problem we are going to learn about is town economy stage. In this stage, the introduction of bank money as medium of exchange resulted in the fast growth of commerce. People began to produce more goods. The producers started meeting at a fixed place at periodical intervals for exchange purpose, and they were called local markets. Gradually, day by day, these local markets developed into towns and centers to supply goods. The merchants came into existence. They invited the craftsmen to a particular place, collected raw materials, and started producing finished products and supplied to the consumers. During this stage, commerce developed largely and markets extended far and wide. So the small villages, local markets, gradually it became as a town markets, town economy stage. And the last stage is international trade stage. In this stage, geographical discoveries took place during 15th and 16th centuries. Children, are you following the lesson? I hope so. Now, tell me who discovered America? Yeah, Columbus discovered America, and Vasco da Gama discovered the new sea route to India. Magellan, a Portuguese navigator with the help of the King of Spain, set his sail to circumnavigate the world. He crossed over the southern cape of South America and reached Pacific Ocean. He reached Philippine Islands and was killed by locals, but his ship Victoria returned to Spain after 3 years. And this was the first ship which sailed around the world. That is what we say Magellan was the first whose ship sailed around the world. And in the Industrial Revolution, which took place in England, and geographical discoveries helped for large scale production of goods, not only for the local markets but also for other countries. Standardized goods were produced with the help of machines, and revolution in transportation and communication helped for the expansion of markets. The production of goods was carried out not only for national markets but also for the international markets. Once again, the important stages of economic evolutions are hunting and fishing stage, agricultural stage, pastoral stage, handicraft stage, barter system stage, money economy stage, town economy stage, and international trade stage. The next one we are going to learn about is role of business and commerce in economic development. Here, trade means nothing but buying and selling of goods. The system or channel which helps the exchange of goods is known as trade. Aid to trade, institutions that are meant and built to assist and support the trading process, and it means all those things which are helpful in trade, such as banking, transportation, insurance, warehousing, agents, finance, advertising, and communication. Now let's learn about this one by one. The first one is banking. Commercial banks and other financial institutions help the seller and the buyer in receiving and making payments. And the next one is transportation. The goods reach the consumers by different means of transportation like air, roads, rails and sea, etc. And the third one is insurance. In the transfer of goods from one place to another, there is a risk of loss due to accident, fire and theft. So the insurance companies help out the traders with these problems through insurance policy. The next one is warehousing. A need for warehouses arises in order to store the manufactured goods. The next one is agency. Agency is there are persons who acts as the agent of either buyer or seller. They perform these activities for commission. The next one is finance. Financial institutions provide long-term finance to the producers. The next one is advertising. You maybe have seen many advertisements in the TV channels. Here advertisement is an easy way to inform the large number of consumers about the goods. This can be done through TV channels, newspapers, radios, etc. And the next one is communication. The producers, wholesalers, transporters, banks, warehouses keepers, advertisers and consumers live at different places. They need to communicate each other using mobile. To sum up, commerce is responsible for smooth and continuous supply of goods to consumers. Commerce helps in bringing the factors required for the establishment of industries. Commerce brings the different parts of the world closer, thereby creating one market. It helps the traders to become more adventurous. Commerce equalizes prices, blends the ideas and cultures, and also helps for national and international integration. Commerce also helps the government through paying rates, taxes and duties. It is a good source of income to the government. And now we are going to learn about the development of commerce during 21st century. What is information technology? Technology that enables information to be used to produce products and services, which is known as information technology. Internet banking, mobile banking, privatization of insurance, advancement of telecommunication services, online shopping, e-commerce, better transportation facilities, electronic media and such others have spread all over the world. Through the technological advancements, the entire world has become a global village now. And multinational companies, that is MNC, have spread their business in many countries. They help to increase production and supply goods to the world market. And these companies produce specialized goods on large scale and their prices are competitive. On the whole, commerce is developing at a greater speed. By this, we end the lesson. Read the lesson repeatedly. Repeated reading will help you to understand it better. Thank you. Have a meaningful day.